Good morning, beloveds. Hola, hola, hola. It's me, Sunshine Day, your spiritual living coach, and welcome to another edition and another episode of A Spiritual Remedy. The purpose of this segment and, of course, of this episode is to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. And what I can let you know is that I provide these spiritual tools and loving support in particular and on purpose, specifically for people who are recovering, people who are in recovery. Now, if you find yourself as a recovering addict or alcoholic, or if you find that you're recovering from anxiety or food addiction or any of those weapons of mass distraction, right? Then this show is for you, and you don't even have to be in recovery to benefit from the spiritual tools. The thing is that I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. And my my desire is to simply share some spiritual tools and some conversation and meditation so that together, as we're on this road, as we are living our life, as our life is unfolding beautifully and magnificently, that we remember the truth of who we are, right? So that's the question, is who are we? Who are you? Who are you? Go ahead and say good morning if you're watching with us right now live, or even later on as I take a look at the episodes and make comments back. But who are you? Who are you? Now, a lot of times what people will begin to tell me is, oh, well, my name is such and such. I was born and raised here. Here's what I do for a living. And that's all fine and well, but who are you? Who are you? And that age-old question is really points to the wholeness that we feel. So this month we have been talking about the topic of wholeness, and the definition of wholeness is, there's nothing lacking. It contains all components. It is complete. And as I begin to think about that question of who are you, with this idea of wholeness, that I am complete, that everything is contained right within me, then I would like to offer you this way of thinking. And that is, who you are is the unrepeatable, perfect, magnificent way that life shows up in human form. That you are life itself. Now, the accessories are your name. The accessories are your height, your weight, your race, your skin color. Good morning, Nancy and Bertha and Farrell and Greg and Adina. Good morning. Who you are is the unique and unrepeatable way that life, capital L-I-F-E, that life shows up in human form. You are life itself. So I was listening to a meditation and actually going through it myself. And the key was, when we're born, we don't have a name inscribed on us. When we're born, we are pure vibration, pure spirit vibrating in human form. And that child, after a time of hearing, your name is Greg, your name is Bertha, your name is Nancy, your name is Sunny Day, your name is Farrell, your name is Adina, after hearing that over and over again, that child, that precious life took on that name as if it had always been that. But let me give you a description of that newborn. That newborn is perfect. That spirit, that energy, that life essence is perfect. And then everything else is learned. Everything else is learned. So we think that who we are is our name. We think that who we are is our title or our age or our race or our socioeconomic class. But we are indeed whole. There's nothing missing. We are complete. We are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life shows up. Now, with that said, it's interesting that my show is geared toward people recovering from alcoholism, addiction, any kind of, like I said earlier, weapons of mass distraction, those things that distract us from us knowing the truth of who we are, right? So in essence, there are many of us in recovery because what we're recovering is that knowledge and that knowing that who I am is the life of God or life itself in human form. And thank goodness for recovery programs because they actually get us on track. They get us in a track and they get us on a path, if you will. And yet, the method in which we get on that path is not like the absolute way, but at least it gets us there so that we can actually discover this truth for ourselves. So when I say that meaning, when you're recovering from, alcoholism, right? You kind of say, yeah, I'm an alcoholic or I'm a drug addict or a sex addict or I gamble, I'm in Debtors Anonymous or whatever it is. We're over here putting labels on ourselves, but those labels are just like those labels that our parents put on us, that society put on us. They're just like a name, a thing, but it's not really who we are. These are accessories, if you will, like earrings or, watches or jewelry or whatever. They're not the truth of who we are. The truth of who you are is life itself. And you are already whole, perfect, and complete. You are already whole, perfect, and complete. The thing is that we've been distracted from that truth of who we are. So we think we're an alcoholic and that we, that our life is doomed to constantly being in recovery and constantly reminding ourselves of that. But when we get to a certain part of our recovery, when we begin to take the spiritual principles of the world, of even the spiritual principles of even 12-step program, and we actually begin to live them and apply them in our daily life, there comes a stage where we actually recognize that this idea that I'm alcoholic or I'm a drug addict or, I have challenges with food, these labels that we've given ourselves keep us in victimhood. And we're no longer victims. With God and through God, all things are possible. And when I remember the essence of who I really am, I'm already whole, perfect, and complete. I am already wholeness. I am already the thing. I am already complete. There's nothing missing. But I've been focusing on this idea. Thank you, Patty. Patty says, I am a victor, not a victim, right? I've been focusing on the addiction. And when I begin then to just kind of go, yeah, you know what? As I'm looking at my life, as I'm looking at the kind of life that I want to live, yeah, booze, drugs, overeating, losing my mind, all of those things, stress, anxiety, all of those pain bodies, like that's not for my highest and best. However, when I switch my focus and recognize that right where I am, there's this power and presence and life that is living me, that is breathing me, that is coursing my blood through my veins. And I recognize that that is whole, perfect, and complete, that life itself is who I am. And I begin to focus on life, on my wholeness, then I'm making decisions for my life that are for my highest good and the highest good of all. When I am there, then I get to recognize that the names that I've been calling myself or that other people have called me are simply accessories, but it is not the truth of who I am. The truth of who I am, one more time, is I am the unique, magnificent, unrepeatable way that life shows up in human form. And that life is perfect. And that life is my life now. That is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the theme of wholeness. And so when I bring my attention there, I experience more of that. I experience my wholeness in each and every decision that I make. And so as we've been looking at wholeness from my book, Begin Within, a playbook for living your genuine life, as we've been looking at wholeness, I just wanted to bring out one of the quotes, and it's from Fernando Pessoa. And it says, to be great, be whole, exclude nothing, exaggerate nothing that is not you, be whole in everything. Put all you are into the smallest things you do. So in each lake, the moon shines with splendor because it blooms up above. I love the poetic way that Fernando says that, hey, in the smallest things, when we give it our all, when we recognize the truth of who we are, the moon can't help but shine in the lake. Like, our light can't help but shine. Now, when we begin to recognize on a daily basis this wholeness, that we are absolutely whole, when we begin to recognize that on a regular basis, we begin to let go of the labels that no longer serve us. Now, I know that many of you attend, 12-step programs and things of that nature. And I'm not telling you to relabel yourself, but I am inviting you to actually look to see what it is that you're telling yourself over and over and over again. Because the truth is you are not broken. You are not broken. You might feel broken. And it's simply because we have this opportunity to shift the focus. And as you begin to shift your focus from being broken to actually recognizing your wholeness and your oneness with life, that you are life itself, you begin to tap into that higher power that is right where you are. You begin to tap into your life. Because you are not broken. You've just been looking at places within yourself and naming it such. We've been looking at the accessories and thinking that that's who we are. It's like that one deal, and gosh, I don't know what it's from, but it says, do not mistake the pointed finger for the moon. I know when I do that with my beloved Mellow Day, our terrier poodle, I go, look, Mellow, look. And she actually goes right to the finger, but she's not looking at what I'm pointing to. She thinks the finger is the thing itself. When we point to the moon, do not mistake the moon for the pointed finger. When I go, look, I'm not saying to look here. I'm asking you to look beyond. And that's exactly what I'm asking you to do right now, is to look beyond your brokenness. Because you're going to say to me, oh, yeah, Sunshine, I am broken. And you're going to fight me for your limitations. And that's okay. What I'm asking you to do is to look beyond what you are calling brokenness, and actually recognize that beyond that is your wholeness, that beyond the physical and the mental is the spiritual, which is who you are. that is the truth of who you are. You are spirit in this human incarnation, but it doesn't deplete you from who you really are. You are spirit. You are life itself in this human body, this beautiful, amazing human body, which you have dominion over. You ever wanted to have control and power? Hello. You have dominion over your body. You have dominion over your thoughts. And yet, are you taking charge of your thoughts, or are your thoughts taking charge of you? When I ask, who are you? Begin to take on, I am the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life shows up as human form. I'm the unique and unrepeatable way that life shows up in human form. That's who I am. I am life itself. The other things are my accessories. And so the affirmation, right, for today is I accept the wholeness of my body, because we see it as broken. So accept the wholeness of your body. Look beyond the pointed finger. Look beyond the brokenness to actually discover your wholeness. So let's take a moment to do that. Close your eyes if it's safe to do so. And as you close your eyes, just simply bring your awareness to your life, that powerful life. Oh my goodness. That power, that presence that is breathing you, that power, that presence that is living you. That indwelling spirit, prana, Atman, Brahman, God, Jesus, whatever you call it, the Buddha, the Bodhisattva, whatever it is that you call it, simply connect with that indwelling power and presence. You're simply connecting with your wholeness. And as you connect with your wholeness, and as you gently begin to open your eyes, see if you can live from that wholeness. And you know what? It doesn't cost you anything to close your eyes again when you feel disconnected. And you can just close your eyes again for that moment and consciously reconnect. But know that you're never disconnected from your wholeness. It is who you are. You are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life shows up in human form. And then you open your eyes again and you live from there. You live from there. You live from there. And you make your decisions from there. No. Congratulations, Pharaoh, by the way, on all those days without cigarettes. You're saying, hey, I love my wholeness. And I'm making decisions based on my wholeness. My wholeness, I'm already complete. I don't need cigarettes. I don't need drugs, alcohol, stress, anxiety, fear, doubt, despair, depression. I don't need that. I am whole. And I make my decisions from my wholeness. And so if you're celebrating any milestones in any area where you're saying, yes, I am whole, now's a good time to let me know about it so that we can celebrate you, so that we can celebrate these milestones and these ways in which you are living your life fully, because you, beloved, you are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent way that life shows up in human form. And I appreciate you and I love you. And it is my joy to remind us of the truth of who we are. This is who we are. And when we live from here, oh my gosh, our world and the world of others becomes such a powerful, magnificent place to be and thrive in. And so thank you so much for being here today with me and for recognizing your wholeness and seeing my wholeness. Know that you are loved. I invite you to check out my website, aspiritualremedy.com. There I get an opportunity to offer you to get together with, 3 to 8 of your favorite friends, and we do a 90-day intensive where we fast track all of these spiritual principles and tools, and we actually begin to live it on a daily basis. See if that's for you, because I would love to be your spiritual living coach. Let me be your spiritual living coach. Until next week, know that you are loved. Enjoy your wholeness today. See ya.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you